fellow Michiganders, fellow veterans, fellow millennials, fellow first-time homebuyers. If you fall in any of those categories, I think that this video will be valuable to you. I've interviewed Josh Alicia, who is in the Marine Corps and wanted to learn about his VA benefits and what he could do with his VA loan if he was looking to use it as an investment strategy. I cover everything about the home buying process, how to choose an agent, investment strategies that you could use, and how you could possibly walk away from the closing table with money in your pocket. Yes, money in your pocket. It costs you nothing to buy a house with a VA loan. There's a bunch of other strategies in there, and I think that this video really is packed with a lot of information. If you guys don't want to watch this whole video, I will be cutting it up into pieces and I will be posting it to my Instagram and my Facebook page, probably my LinkedIn too. Other than that, I hope you guys find value in this video. And if you guys have any questions or you're liking the content I'm putting out, go ahead and like and subscribe or follow me. Enjoy.
I'm also trying to look into a house that I can pay off in like 10 years or less, rather than, spending. It's not going to be like a forever home type deal. I want to make it like an investment property. In case I move out, I can rent it out kind of thing.
That's what I'm all about, man. With the VA loan, you can do this. You can buy a house and pretty much not bring anything for a down payment. Try to get the seller to cover your closing costs, and you're pretty much into the house for almost nothing,
Or like remodels and stuff like that. As far as like, I know I'm probably going to want to redo the floors, probably redo some cabinets in the house, stuff like that.
To kind of give you an idea of like, just from what I've done. So we bought a house in Kansas, and I had the seller pay my closing cost, and then I didn't have to put on, it's a 0% for VA. So we bought the house for literally $500. That's what I had to bring to closing. We used a credit card, interest free, and did $5,000 worth of repairs. And we didn't go all out. We just,
How do they monitor whether you're staying there or not? Like,
yeah, it's got to be your primary residence.
I want to get a house for myself, but I told him if he wants to move down here, he can. He's been seriously looking into it. He was going to room with me up until I decided when I want to leave. And then after I leave, I was going to let him stay in the place and just keep my mail going there if that was what I needed to do to keep it as a primary residence.
You should do.
Okay.
You guys have a lot of duplexes there? There's houses where it's one building and then they just split it in. Like in Kansas, they had a bunch of them where they have like.
Oh, okay. I've seen that. Not too much in Crestview that I've seen. I haven't really explored too much of Crestview, but the specific like neighborhood and stuff that I'm in is all single family homes.
Well, that's just an option that you could throw out there. It's called house hacking, where you pretty much have someone come and pay a big portion of your mortgage. Like if you had your buddy come down and you bought a duplex, he could live in one side, you could live in a side, and your mortgage would pretty much be cut in half.
All right, cool, man.
Have you ever heard of BRRRR?
BRRRR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you might want to write this down. It's called it's buy, rehab.
Give me one.
My goal, man, is to pretty much repeat my Kansas house over and over and over. If I could just find that scenario and do it over and over and over, $25,000 would buy me 5 houses.
Yeah.
That's a retirement right there, because and I'm only cash flowing, like I pay for maintenance. I put away 10% for maintenance. I put away 10% for CapEx, which is like if the furnace went out.
Yeah.
And I put away 10%, or I would put away 10% if I had a property management company handling it for me.
Yeah.
Any house you buy, you want to make sure that your mortgage, you can pay your mortgage, 10% for the maintenance, 10 for cap, 10 for property management, and you'll still have maybe a little bit of cash flow.
Okay. That's another thing.
Abbreviations BRRRR.
So 4 R's?
Yeah, you could write 6 R's if you want, because I'll tell you why. So right under B, buy. And under the next R, rehab. Under the next R, rent.
Yep.
and then the next star is refinance, and then the next star is repeat, and then repeat.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, absolutely.
I have the opportunity to where I can use oak forest because I've owned it for 5 years. My tenant has paid down the mortgage about $10,000 in that 5 years, and it's appreciated in value about $30,000. So now I have about $40,000 of equity that I can go and refinance and pull that money to go buy another house.
Okay. You can pull the cash out.
So say I owe 120 and they go and appraise it and it's worth 160. They're going to pay off that $120,000 loan. I'll now have a loan for 160 and I'm pulling 40 cash to go buy another house.
But so you said you get an $160,000 loan.
So now you're paying a monthly payment for a $160,000 loan, but hopefully you found another investment that'll help you, cover the spread.
Okay, I think I understand what you're saying.
You would just have to make sure the numbers work. Like my house I'm renting it for $1,200. I could easily rent it for $15, $14, but I have an amazing tenant and she's been there for like 5 years, so I'll just keep her there, and she's got a big family and I just don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
Mortgage is $930.
Yeah.
So if
you already make $270 off of it.
Yeah, and I've had it for like 5 years, so that account's built up. Any kind of repairs or anything like that, if something comes up, and I can go. So now my new $160,000 mortgage, my payment's probably going to be what I get in rent.
Yeah.
But if I go find another investment where I can, find a good spread, get some good cash flow, it'll pretty much make up for me losing that cash flow on my first house.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I understand what you're saying.
I have not done this yet. I'm trying to. I haven't done this, and
yeah,
I just know it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you invest into your TSB account when you were in the military?
I wish.
Okay. I don't know if it's a rumor. I haven't looked into it too much. I've heard you can pull that money out of your TSP if you're using it for a home loan, and you can pull that money out interest free, and then as you pay it back to your TSP, it just goes back into your retirement account. That's what I've heard.
I've heard that too, that you can borrow out of that to pay for house expenses. You'd probably be better off using whatever you have liquid.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what kind of fees they throw onto there or what kind of penalties there might be.
Right.
I don't want that to stop you from ever thinking you can't do that. You would just have to get with like a CPA and make sure that it would work out.
I wanted to also go over with you the e-benefits thing because
you should be able to print out your disability forms too.
Okay, I'm gonna plug in my Edgerlin, you have a printer in your room? Should I print it out now?
No, he's gonna request your BA forms. He's gonna request your bank statements, your last 2 years of taxes. If you're working somewhere, he would want like maybe a verification of employment or pay stubs.
Am I running you short on time? You got someone to meet with? Or?
Time's yours right now.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna look up my login information in my notes and then log on to this.
Good luck.
E-benefits.
I hate logging into the DoD website.
I know, it's fucking fun.
You're right.
Shit. Hold on. It's making me reset my password, bro.
I figured.
Yeah, I actually kept up on all my e-benefits shit because I was, doing the VA bullshit, so I have most of it pretty squared away.
Yeah, man, looking back, I wish I really would have listened to them when they told us to really be on that shit.
Have you tried reapplying for your disability since you got out?
Now I'm fighting an appeal for my tinnitus.
Yeah.
They diagnosed me with tinnitus and hearing loss, but then told me it wasn't service related.
And actually denied my tinnitus, which is actually very surprising because most people in my MOS get it like off the bat because we work fucking underneath fucking helicopters.
Yeah, that I worked on aircrafts, but I was supply and I only worked with maintenance on the flight line when I was deployed.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make me kind of prove that.
Okay, so I'm on the thing. So my documents, you said.
Yeah, you should I'm gonna go to the website so I can show you. Well, for your certificate of eligibility, you're just going to go to manage and then housing.
Manage and then housing.
And then
Okay.
you have a certificate of eligibility for home loan, your COE.
Okay. Yep, I see that.
And then once you click in there, I think they'll request a couple things from you.
Okay, congratulations. Your certificate of eligibility for home loan benefits has been issued. Use the following link to access and print it.
Boom. You probably don't even need to print it. You could just save it as a PDF on your thing and just send it over.
I don't know what a funding fee is, but it says veteran is exempt from funding fee due to receipt of service-connected disability.
Exactly. I was going to tell you that you don't have to pay that. I had to pay it when I bought my house. It was like $2,500. You don't have to pay it because you have at least 10%.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, dude. VA hooks it up.
You can answer that phone call, brother, if you need to.
No, it's all good, man. If you could get your seller to pay for your closing costs, which are concessions, you're pretty much going to be buying a house for nothing. Okay, I got there.
Okay, what is it?
Got to go to documents and records, and then VA.
VA letters.
Yeah. And then you'll click benefit summary.
Okay.
And then they'll generate a benefit summary letter for you.
Marine Corps honorable.
Generate that summary letter, and then that'll represent your income. And then since you just started working that job, you're probably going to have to get a verification of employment from your employer. So you should be all set.
Cool.
Do you want to, you have any other questions about the process?
I think you had answered it for me before I even asked. That was one of my biggest questions was, does the VA loan, lender does that?
Well, a lender or a bank, it really just depends where you get your loan from. I never would say not to go get a couple quotes. Quotes you what your interest rate would be and all of that, and maybe Navy Federal will be able to give you something better.
So you just go to a couple different places?
Yeah, you can. My only thing with banks is like, say I'm your agent and we're going to look at houses and you find one on a Saturday that you love, but you know the house there's already 3 other offers. And for you to get your offer accepted, they need to get a hold of your lender.
Yeah.
It's at a bank. So you're not going to get a hold of them on the weekend. And
right.
That's been my experience with working with people from banks.
Okay.
Some banks might offer a better rate. So maybe you can get a 3.75% interest rate or a 4. I don't even really know what rates are right now because it's been so volatile.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only real thing is just shopping around to see who gives you the best rate or what kind of fees are you being charged.
Get a pre-qualification letter before I can even go. Like most agents won't even show me houses if I don't have one. That's how she put it to me.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
your ticket to write an offer. So
okay.
Find the house that's perfect and you don't have that pre-approval ready, it could take you 2 or 3 days to get that thing, and then by the time you go to write your offer, it's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously an opinionated question more than anything, but like a spending price, if obviously it also correlates with my financial situation, but what if I was trying to do something like that where I was trying to create an investment property more than anything, what would you recommend as far as like high spending wise?
Yeah, exactly. And it is an opinion, and it's really what strategy do you like? What price ranges do you like? Me, I know that I wanted to buy a house by a military base because I want a tenant who has consistent income.
Yeah.
My military bases around there, and
there's 4 military bases all around here.
But I would buy a nice 2-car garage. This is me personally. I'd buy a nice 2-car garage ranch, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
I'm not looking to get a 30-year mortgage. I'm looking to, be able to pay this off in max 10. That's the absolute max I'm trying to pay it off is in 10. And closer to 5 if I could get, something that, was worthwhile. And, I saw the, actual like ability for, the price to, like appreciate and whatnot. Yeah, I was just kind of trying to get your opinion on that as far as,